Oh, Lordy. 26 years ago today, this world lost one of the most angelic human beings that probably ever walked this planet. This young lady was beyond description, spiritual wise, just an absolute joy to be around. She was 19 years old, just really coming into life and coming into her own, and her life was cut short because of two things. Because of one person's obsession and addiction to pedophilia. And because of his inability to accept the consequences of what he did, he had her life extinguished, had her murdered. The other factor was because of a person's obsession with money, their love of money. The number one addiction throughout human history has been and is today sex. Period. That's just a fact. A very close second is the addiction to money. Anything can be money. Seriously, almost anything, really. When somebody's obsession with something that makes them feel good outweighs their common decency of how they treat other human beings. There's a lot of descriptions for a person like that. I personally like the one in the Apostle Paul's letter to the Hebrew people. You can find it in the book of Hebrews and in a Bible. In chapter 12, verse 8. The King James Version is the most specifically poignant in the English versions of the Bible. There was a reason Paul said that. Because people who are so obsessed with themselves feeling good that they ignore other human beings and their feelings and sabotage them even. Yeah, there's a reason Paul used those words. And you got to understand something about Paul, the apostle. Before he had an encounter with Jesus of Nazareth, while he was walking towards Damascus, he went around chopping the heads off of people for being followers of Jesus. So he was very street smart, okay? He wasn't just some schmo who hadn't found anything to do in life. He was a very brutal person. And he was making lots of money paid to him by the leaders of those nations around there to go out and kill people that were following someone who taught love. Yeah. You see the correlation there between our current POTUS in the United States and what was going on with the heads of church and state 2,000 years ago? The person that cost Dusty Ray Duke her life, had her murdered. I seriously doubt he has the fortitude to do something like that himself. Although he did try to shoot me one day. Seriously, he did. He pointed his gold-plated Colt 1911 at me and pulled the trigger probably 8 or 10 times. He either didn't know how to operate the thing or screwed it up by having it gold-plated. I don't know. Didn't go off. Or there was some kind of divine intervention. That's possible too. But the person that had her killed was none other than Donald John Trump, the current president of the United States of America. Donald, I'm going to tag you on this video. And I want you to understand something. You will answer for what you did to Dusty. You absolutely will. How that's going to come about, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be in this lifetime where you can get off kind of easy, or if you're going to kick and scream and deny and deny and deny until you meet our creators. And with them, wow. I don't even want to think about that. It's not going to be good. And that'll be forever. And forevermore. To think I actually care about you at all just blows my mind. It really does. I have a difficult time with that emotion about you, that I actually care about you a little bit. I really do. I don't want to. I truly want to hate you, Donald. I really do. And there's a large part of me that probably does. And not because of what you did to me. And you know what that is. You know exactly what it is. So, I don't know how all that came together, that Dusty became your victim as well. I don't know. Let's just call it a God deal. You might want to get a hold of, what was that guy's name? Paul Griever, the former chief executive officer of Parkside Hospital, and ask him if I'm serious when I talk about God deals. He'll know who I am. I was one of the last people he talked to before he got dragged out of his office by the police. Rest in peace, Dusty. Go anywhere you want to go and have all the fun you want to have, sweetheart.